Dear viewers from all over the map, welcome to my channel. The Curious Tube features book reviews, tech tips, ways to earn money online, and more. In this video, I will walk you through secrets of the ancient Egyptian Blue Lotus and its role in unleashing the power of imagination. Coming up next on The Curious Tube.
Growing from the mud at the bottom of ponds and streams. The exquisite lotus flower rises above the water and is usually white or pink with 15 or more oval, spreading petals, and a peculiar, flat seed case at its center. The common Egyptian lotus is actually correctly called a water lily. The white lotus opens at dusk. The blue water lily opens in the morning, often depicted on column capitals with pomettes, Nymphaea lotus. The Egyptian white lotus is believed to be the original sacred lotus of ancient Egypt. It and the Egyptian blue lotus and caerulea were often pictured in ancient Egyptian art. The blue lotus was found scattered over Tutankhamun's body when the pharaoh's tomb was opened in 1922. The pure white lotus flower is the only plant to fruit and flower simultaneously.
A symbol of Upper Egypt, this flower, along with the papyrus flower, was shown throughout Egypt in tombs and temples to symbolize the union of Upper and Lower Egypt. The lotus is a symbol of the sun, of creation and rebirth because at night the flower closes and sinks underwater, at dawn it rises and opens again. According to one creation myth, it was a giant lotus which first rose out of the watery chaos at the beginning of time. From this giant lotus, the sun itself rose on the first day. One important symbolic aspect was based on the understanding of the temple as an image of the natural world as the Egyptians knew it. Lining the temple base are carvings of papyrus and lotus plants that seem to grow from water, symbolized by figures of the Nile god Hapi. The lotus flower has been featured extensively throughout the art of ancient Egypt. In various works of art, you may see it held in the hand of a god or human, serving as a border to outline a section of the artwork, unfolding to reveal various gods or humans, and many other depictions. The ancient Egyptians developed the art of counting to a high degree, but their system of numeration was very crude. For example, the number 1000 was symbolized by a picture of a lotus flower, and the number 2000 was symbolized by a picture of two lotus flowers growing out of a bush.
Blue lotus flower is a water lily that predominantly grows in Egypt and certain parts of Asia. It holds cultural importance, and images of the flower have been found on ancient papyri and on the walls of tombs. Historians believe it was once used in Egypt as a traditional medicine to treat an array of conditions and disorders like anxiety and insomnia. It's known as an entheogenic drug, which is a mind-altering substance believed to alter one's consciousness in a spiritual or religious manner. This term is commonly used instead of hallucinogenic or psychedelic. The two main compounds responsible for the flower's psychoactive and medicinal effects are apomorphine and nuciferine.
Apomorphine, a psychoactive compound that acts as a dopamine agonist, meaning it can instill a happy and euphoric feeling. It may also help with muscle control in those with conditions such as Parkinson's disease and erectile dysfunction. Nuciferine, a compound thought to act as an antipsychotic drug that induces feelings of calmness through mechanisms that aren't yet fully understood. It has also been shown to improve symptoms of erectile dysfunction. Consuming blue lotus flower may make you feel high and result in a gentle euphoria. Some people have drawn comparisons to the high you experience after consuming cannabis, though this can be largely individual.
The most famous of the ancient societies that revered the blue lotus was that of the ancient Egyptians. It was basically the party drug of ancient Egypt. Imagine, if you will, secret temple gatherings of elite society, sharing sacred wine specially imbibed with blue lotus extract. These parties, much as the rest of Egyptian society, were sexually themed. The famed aphrodisiac qualities of the blue lotus led no doubt to religiously charged orgies.
Yet, the place of the flower in Egyptian society extended beyond its use as a high. The typical woman in the street would wear beautiful blue lotus flowers in her hair or headdress as a fashion statement. In fact, the significance of the flower is such that it is even cited in the Egyptian Book of the Dead, one of the most important historical artifacts that remains from the proud civilization. Ancient blue lotus flowers were also found scattered over Tutankhamun's body when he was uncast in 1922. And to top off the list, blue lotus was exported by the ancient Greeks when they stumbled across it. It's actually thought to be mentioned in Homer's Odyssey itself.
like many other of the wonderful cure-alls that abound in nature. Blue lotus is one of those substances that blesses us with an unending raft of valuable characteristics, although the scientific data on blue Egyptian lotus is not extensive. The studies that do exist point to it being a highly dynamic and versatile substance that can treat issues as diverse as obesity and sexual dysfunction. It works well as an overall health booster and as a targeted treatment for specific illnesses and conditions. While contemporary science may still have some way to go in recognizing the value of blue lotus, many cultures throughout history have used this intriguing plant to enjoy better health and well-being. The cultures that are most well known for their use of the blue lotus flower as a medicine and health enhancement are from China, India, and Egypt. While in the past they didn't have the ability to enjoy the benefits by smoking blue lotus through a vaporizer like we do today, they typically consumed it in other forms, including brewing it into blue lotus tea and incorporating it into their cooking and baking. Blue lotus remains an active element in Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine today. The plant can be used either in whole or in part to produce various positive health effects. The whole plant has astringent, diuretic, and emollient qualities that make it an effective treatment for tissue inflammation. The leaves have significant antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties and are used to treat a range of blood-related issues, such as nosebleeds, blood in the lungs and urine, and irregular bleeding or spotting in women. The flower can be used as a sleep aid, to reduce anxiety, and as a stress reliever. Blue lotus is hypothesized to contain nuciferin along with aporphine, which will give you feelings of calming euphoria. Even the seeds are powerful, with potent antiviral and anti-aging effects that fight off free radicals and preserve youthfulness. There are also reports of its use as a treatment for gastrointestinal problems, diarrhea, and dyspepsia, among other things, have reportedly been helped by ingesting blue lotus, although research is limited in this area. If you're considering using blue lotus, it's a good idea to consult with your doctor first to make sure that it won't interact with any other medications you may be taking. Most people find that blue lotus has a mild but noticeable effect on their mood and mindset, particularly when inhaled as blue lotus smoke.
Thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more videos from this channel. If you knew of any useful information on this topic, let me know in the comments below. And if you're new here, click on the subscribe button and notifications icon for more useful information and tips from The Curious Tube.